Hi, I'm Rita. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Life Worth Reading. And welcome to the start of a new reading vlog. This will be week 2 of me doing the Spookoplathon that is hosted by Becca and the Books. Here is my little board. And I am really excited to continue on with this readathon and this board. I took a little break from reading. I don't really want to talk about it. It was just a rough week last week. But I'm back. Today's Monday, the 21st of October. And I just want to keep reading. I want to make October a good reading month for me. And I'm just really ready to continue on with this challenge. But firstly, let me tell you about the books that I am currently reading. So I am still reading Assassin's Quest. I am on page 170. I'm really loving this. I am going to continue on because I just really love Robin Hobb's writing. I'm loving this trilogy and I do really want to finish it. I don't know if I'll be able to in 10 days. Maybe. It depends on how much I read a day, but I would love to finish this book soon because I'm just really loving this trilogy and I'm just having a great time with it. So I need to make more time for it. And then yesterday I started actually Chlorine by Jade Song. I am buddy reading this with my friend Mafalda, and that is one of the reasons why I'm not going to be reading a lot of this book. I'm currently on page 38, so I'm basically on page 40, and this is not a very long book. Like, I could read this book, but it's a buddy read. I want to take my time with it. Mafalda works more than I do, so she doesn't have the time to read this, so we're just gonna take it slow. And because of that, I do want to choose another book, which might seem counterproductive, but I do want to choose another book to read in this vlog. Again, my rules for this readathon are physical books are a must because I need to get through that physical TBR, and I would love to choose a spooky book. I don't have a lot of spooky books on my physical TBR, so I don't know how that will be possible, but we're just gonna try our best. With that being said, let's get into rule 1. I need a virtual dice roller, so I'm just going to go search for that. Okay, so here we go. I have my virtual dice here and I'm just going to choose. Okay, so it's a 3, and now I'm going to show you the board and we can move my little conch along the board. So my last rule on the board was ghost tour, so now we're just going to go 1, 2, 3. And this is actually a mood read. So we've actually landed on mood read, so I need to go look at my shelves and like think about what I feel like reading at the moment. Okay, so I've been thinking about my 2 options and I have almost decided. I'm indecisive between Natural Beauty by Ling Wang, which is actually a book that Mafalda let me borrow. So I would love to read this so I could give it back to her, and it is a horror book. So it is a spooky time, but at the same time, I'm kind of feeling continuing on with A Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy. I do not currently have the 3rd one, which if I read this and enjoyed it, I would like to buy the 3rd one. And maybe I don't want to do that right now, but at the same time, I would love to continue on with the series. And A Good Girl's Guide to Murder was such a fast read for me, and it was a book that I enjoyed so much that I just feel like it would be a good option. So I feel like in order to decide, I'm not going to start A Good Girl, Bad Blood. I think I'm going to read the first chapter of Natural Beauty and see how I feel about it, if I want to continue on with it or not. But I feel like these are 2 good mood read options for me at the moment. So I'll read the first chapter of this and I'll let you know what I thought. Hello, I wanted to update you that I ended up choosing Natural Beauty. I read the first chapter and I was enjoying it, so I thought, okay, let's just stick with this because it is a horror book and it is a book that I need to give back to Mafalda. And I ended up reading 70 pages of it. So I'm currently on chapter 11, page 72, and I am enjoying it. It's not like anything spectacular yet. I'm enjoying my time with it, but I'm not like overwhelmingly loving it so far. But what I did forget to mention is that I'm taking my wisdom teeth out today.
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to do it. I am in pain, so I'm kind of nervous, but I'm bringing this book with me to the dentist so I can read a little bit while I wait for them to kill me. Okay, so that's exciting. I don't know. I hope I'll be okay to film later. I don't know how swollen or in pain I'll be. Hopefully not a lot. But yeah, I'm bringing this book with me. I'm liking it. I hope that I reach at least half of the book today. That would be great. And let's go to the dentist. Guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. I like very highly underestimated how terribly I would feel after my wisdom tooth removal. Seriously underestimated it. I do not feel good, and it's already Wednesday. Monday was just like a no day for me. I just got home and I just laid down, took my medicine, lay down, and I just didn't get back up. And then yesterday I had so much pain and I'm really swollen. I mean, I can tell in my like mirror in my day-to-day life. Maybe you won't be able to tell, but I am feeling a little bit better. But honestly, I underestimated how shitty I would feel and how much I would be able to vlog. With that being said, and if you don't mind my ice pack here, I want to talk to you about Natural Beauty because I did finish this book last night. So I read it Monday and Tuesday and I had a really great time with it. I feel like it did a little bit too much. It had a little bit too many topics. It was just a little bit too much. Not too much horror, not too much gore, but in terms of like the themes, because you think it'll be about the beauty industry, but there's also a lot about identity. There's also a lot about your lineage, about your cultural heritage. Then there were also like some weird things about pregnancy, motherhood, animals. It was just a little bit all over the place, but at the same time I think like I enjoyed this journey. I had a lot of unanswered questions. Actually, I don't know, overall it was like a 3.5. I think I would round it up to a 4 because I did have a good time and I feel like it was very compelling to read and I did like a lot of the passages of this book. But yeah, it was just a little bit too much and a little bit too confusing sometimes. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was not a very linear horror. It had so many themes and there was so much happening all the time that I was just a little bit confused sometimes. But I feel like I did overall enjoy it. I am glad that I finally read it. I feel like this was the time to do so because supposedly it is a spookier book, right? And there is kind of a bit of gore and body horror. So yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but I'm glad that I finally read it. And now I do want to continue on with Chlorine today. I am still on page 38. I'm hoping to do some progress in it. And I think I want to try and pick another book. Honestly, I'm kind of feeling like reading Good Girl Bad Blood because that's just such a fast read. I'm still thinking about it, but I feel like I am going to continue on with Chlorine for a little bit now. I think I'm going to read on my balcony for a little bit because it is a beautiful day today and I want to enjoy myself out there. And then we'll figure out what I read next, but I do want to make some progress in Chlorine. I don't know if I'm going to university today because like I'm just not really looking good. I'm not feeling my best, but I don't want to miss classes because I like going to class and I like learning and I'm paying my tuition, so it's serious to me. So I still have to figure that out, but for now I'm going to read for a little bit and yeah, just continue on this journey as well. Hello, I think I'm very slightly looking better. Not if you look too closely, but like I'm literally all like, yeah, It's really not looking that much better, but I'm feeling a little bit better. It's Thursday today. I went to my classes yesterday, and guys, life is just not going well for me. Like, this month has been, in Meg with Books words, absolutely diabolical. I have never had a month like this. And I had nothing against October. And now I feel like I do. Because tell me why this month is just going so diabolical for me. In any case, speaking of diabolical, this book is also going diabolically for me. I am halfway through. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't know what to tell you. I don't like it. I bought this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful hardcover with a gift card that I had with the familiar, which I also DNF'd. So I bought these two books because I really thought that I was going to love them. And I'm just not vibing with this one at all. The writing really isn't working for me. It's very wordy. It's very try-hard. The story is so repetitive. The way that she writes about like humans and mermaids, and I'm just not liking almost anything of it. I can appreciate the themes, like the body dysmorphia, the discovering your sexuality in your themes, just feeling so outside of your body and the standards that people want you to measure up to. So I can definitely identify those themes. I agree with those themes. I'm interested in reading about those themes, but it's just the way that this author is going about it that it's just not vibing with me at all. And I don't know, I just can't really pinpoint what it is. I feel like it's just that it's very repetitive, and I just don't like the writing. That's my biggest problem. I don't like this writing. So it's kind of struggle city over here, because this is such a beautiful cover, and I really was hoping that I would love this. I'm going to keep reading it today. I really wanted to finish it today so I could, you know, read other things. But yeah, it's just not going really well for me. But what I am going to do is I'm going to pick up a package. This is the last book that I bought recently, and it's been like over 2 weeks, maybe 3, since I bought this book. So I'm only picking it up today because it arrived a little bit later, and also I haven't been feeling well. And I'm so excited about this book. It's not going on the TBR. It's not. It's a special edition, which is the first time I've ever bought a special edition of a book. And I'm just so excited to pick it up. I really need the serotonin. I am in so much pain still. So I really need that. And what else? I think I might also go to the library. Do I need new books? Absolutely not. But I haven't been to my library since like the beginning of summer. At least June and July. I haven't been to my library in like 3-4 months. Which is good because I haven't picked up books and I have been reading my physical TBR. But also I miss my library so much. I miss the happiness that gives me to just go in there. So I really need to go. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to respect my wishes, my own wishes. I'm going to go to my library. I'm going to pick up my package. And we're just going to try to have a better day because, yeah, I'm still just not feeling great. And it's still swollen, but I think I look fine enough to be on camera. But this week, not good. The past week, diabolical. Like, when will the torment end? I beg. I really do beg. But anyway, let's go and let's try to make this day better. I'm back. It's been actually a couple of hours, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I have some exciting updates, starting with my package, which you can see is fairy loot. Not officially fairy loot, right? I bought this secondhand. I bought this on Vinted. But this is so exciting. This is the best thing that's ever happened to me, and I'm so glad that I bought this, even though it was a little bit expensive, but it wasn't as insanely expensive as other like special editions that I see on Vinted. Like most of them I see for, sometimes I see them for like hundreds of euros, but most of them are like 70, 90, 100 euros, and I simply could never afford that. Maybe one day, but for now I can't. So I bought this for 30 euros, which is a lot for a book, but it's not a lot for a special edition of a book, if that makes sense. So I am really, really excited about this. This is one of my favorite books of the year. I'm just like, this series kind of took over my brain, and I really wasn't expecting that. I really wasn't expecting for this series to make the impact that it did, but it really changed my year, my life. Let's just, oh, guys, I actually can't. I can't do this. Like, are you seeing this? I honestly kind of want to throw up. God. Emily and Wendell, are you kidding me? And the, oh, I really just cannot do this. This is one of my favorite things that I have ever bought. Like, I really did not expect for this series to take over my life the way that it has. I love Emily and Wendell so much. I love this story so much. I can't believe that I own this. I can't believe that I bought this. I am so happy. This is actually life-changing for me. Like, it actually is. So I'm going to recover that from that off camera. But then I did go to the library, which you saw, which was really lovely. I missed my local library so much, and I got a couple of things that I'm really excited about, so let me show you those. First of all, the only one that is not like book related is that my local library now has this shelf of things that you can just pick up. Like, you can just leave them there for people to pick up. So it's mostly books, but sometimes there's DVDs and stuff. And I just kind of got this. It was kind of an impulse purchase, but it's Brooklyn Nine-Nine, the DVD of season 4. It's 3 DVDs with the entire season. And if you know anything about me, I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's one of my all-time favorite sitcoms, one of my all-time favorite shows. I have a very unhealthy attachment to Andy Samberg. Everything from the SNL days, Lonely Island, and Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He is my soulmate. Like, he's my celebrity soulmate. He just doesn't know it. So when I saw this and somebody was just like donating it and you can just pick it up, why did I pick this up? I don't even have a device to watch DVDs on. But listen, it's really been stuck in my brain when people say that if you love a media, like a form of media, buy it physically, because one day they can just take it off of Netflix or whatever and you'll never see it again. And that really kind of got me. So when I saw this, well, let me get it. So that was really exciting. It made my day better. I'm really happy to have this as well. And then I did pick up 2 books. One of them is for reading now, like during this month, during this vlog maybe even. And then the next one is for like November read, and it's for a video. So I have Selected Tales by Edgar Allan Poe. These are not all horror tales. Some of them are mystery, some of them are like science fiction. But I remember that when I was younger, my brother had an Edgar Allan Poe like short story collection for kids, and I remember reading those and like being really spooked by it when I was like 7 or 8 years old. But I've never revisited Edgar Allan Poe's writing. I've never read the Fall of the House of Usher, and I know like Tale of the Telltale Heart or something like that. It's not in this one, but I just thought that it's time for me to get reacquainted with Edgar Allan Poe's writing, and what better time than like spooky season, October. So I'm really excited to get to this. I really want to start reading some of the stories and see how I feel about them, some of the tales. And then lastly, I got Carrie Soto Is Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Now listen, I'm thinking about doing a list video. It's a very big, ambitious idea. And the problem with me with like themed vlogs or me reading books that I don't necessarily choose is that I'm just not motivated. Like if I see a book on a list that I don't want to read, like let's just scrap the whole video, because I am so uninterested in reading books I'm not interested in. Like I want to read books that I'm interested in. Like I want to spend my time reading books that I actually do want to read. But with that being said, I'm working on a list video, maybe, and this book is on it. And this is the English version, which, you know, like sometimes it is hard in my local Portugal library to find books that are in English. So when I do see books that are in English, I do take them home with me. And yeah, am I interested in reading this book? No, I would never pick this up on my own time. I have read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I did enjoy that. I thought it was very smart. I thought it was very well written. But then I hated and DNF'd Malibu Rising. So it just left me with just me being not very interested in this author's books. But hey, I have it, so I will be trying to read it. And you know what? If it doesn't work for me, I'll just DNF it. But as I'm reading it, I'm just going to pretend that this is like Challenger's fanfic, because that's my current knowledge and the way I currently think about tennis, because that movie changed my life. But anyway, so those are the books. I still can't believe I have this. I need to recover. And my DVD that I got today, very exciting stuff. Then I also spent some time on my Animal Crossing island, which I haven't shown you yet. I need to show you in this video, but like it's such a mess because I spent about 3 years without going in there, or like at least 2 or 3 years. So it's kind of a mess, but I really want to get back. Like I have been getting back into it for like the last week and a half, and I want to show you my little island, my little person. But it's just like, it's not looking very good, guys. I'm still really beginner level. So, and my last update, because this clip is long as fuck, is that I'm currently on page 130 of Chlorine. And it's quiet in here. It's really quiet in here. I don't have a lot to say about it, but yeah, just that. No, I actually don't have a lot to say. I really don't. So we'll see what rating I end up giving this book, but it's not looking great at the moment. So those are my final updates for now. It turned into a very gloomy day. It's a very autumn day. I'm not feeling my best today. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm still going through it, emotionally as well. But we're trying to make this day better, and we'll see how that one goes. So I'll see you later. Hello, it's Saturday. I'm still in so much pain. Like, it is not looking good. I look like a Simpsons character. And I have like a lot of, like, it's not an enormous pain, but it's like a dull ache that is like just constantly hurting. So I still haven't been feeling my best, but I do want to update you. Let me just put you a little bit further away. I do have to update you that yesterday I did finish Chlorine. So let's talk about this. I didn't like it. I didn't think that would change. I didn't like it. I didn't think it was appealing in any sort of way. I hated our main character. I didn't like the story. I didn't like where it went. I didn't like what it did. I liked what it tried. Oh my god, my hair. I liked what it tried to do, but it just didn't do it, in my opinion. With that being said, this was a 2-star read. I'm so disappointed. I really thought that I would like it. This book is so beautiful, but it just wasn't it, honestly. And so with that being said, I finished this yesterday, and then I went to my classes and such. And today I've spent the entire morning, it's now like early afternoon, I've spent the entire morning just like decluttering and fixing up my room, because my room's starting to really stress me out. And since I haven't been feeling my best, having a really messy room was honestly just making me feel worse. That's why my bed is like stripped. I stripped the bed so I could change the sheets today, and then I also like organized my shelves, and I'm just doing like a deep clean of my room because I really needed it. And I thought I would show you like a book and haul that I'm doing. I never save enough books for an actual book and haul because I'm just like desperate to sell books and buy new ones. I just love buying new books, and I love selling the books that I didn't like. So I am selling also like a lot of Portuguese books I don't think you really care about, so I'm not going to show you those. But I am, oh my god. But I am going to show you all of these books that I'm getting rid of. So first of all, we have this pocket edition of The Angel's Game. I love this book so much. I love Carlos Readathon, but I just don't like this edition. I don't like the fact that it's pocket sized, so I'm trying to get rid of it so I can buy like a proper, I don't know, I don't like pocket edition of books, so I'm getting rid of this one. Then also in the same vein, I bought the secondhand because I wanted my own copy of The Shadow of the Wind. And the girl that sold it to me just did not show that this was heavily highlighted in a way that is disturbing to me. This is disturbing to me. I hate this. So I'm getting rid of it. I'm selling it for like 1 or 2 euros. Like, there's just absolutely no need. I never highlight my books this way. It's just so unnecessary. It's so ugly in my opinion. I just don't like it, and I don't want my copy to be like this. So I'm selling this one. If I can't sell it, I'll just give it away. Then I also am selling Milk, Blood, Heat. I read this book last month. Maybe it was still the beginning of October, or maybe it was the end of September. But this was a 3-star short story collection. I don't think I'll ever come back to this, so there's no need for me to keep it. Same with Starfish. This is a book that has been on my own haul pile for like literally years. I really enjoyed this book at the time, but it's a YA fiction that I'm never coming back to. So it's looking really dark in here. It's really rainy today, so yeah. I'm just never coming back to this book. There's no need for me to keep it. I've been trying to get rid of it for years, and it still hasn't happened. Same with Daughter of Spoken Bone. I don't think I have any interest in reading this YA fiction anymore. It's a YA trilogy. I just don't care, so I'll just getting rid of it. Same with Annihilation. I read this book like earlier this month, and I just really didn't like it at all. This was a 2.5 for me. I don't want to continue the trilogy. I don't care about it. I'm getting rid of it. Then we have Briefly a Delicious Life, a book that I read I think springtime, maybe early summer. The cover is beautiful. I've been hanging on to it since then, but I just didn't like this book. This was also a 3. It was very disappointing to me, and I want my shelves to reflect the books that I absolutely love. So I'm getting rid of this one too. Then, you didn't hear it from me, but Chlorine is definitely going. I love this cover so much, but I didn't like this book. I didn't like it. So I don't want to keep it. Then this is a book that I read at the time. This is Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabriel Zevin. I liked this book at the time. I gave it 4 stars, but the more that I think about it, the less I care. And I don't know, I don't want it to be on my shelves. Like, I haven't felt the urge to read it. I don't think I will ever come back to it. So I'm getting rid of it. And another really recent one, Leigh Bardugo's The Familiar. This was DNF. No need for me to keep this. I will never come back to this book. I never want to think about this book again. So this is really harsh. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for this to be mean. I'm not a very sentimental person when it comes to my books, actually. Unless they were like gifts or something. I'm just not a very sentimental person. Like, I just prefer to buy new books and hang on to books that I didn't enjoy. So I'm just not very sentimental in that sense. So yeah, these are all the books that I'm getting rid of. And that was a little update for you. I still haven't decided what I'm going to be reading next. I read a chapter of Assassin's Quest yesterday night because I hadn't gone back to it yet. But today I just haven't felt like reading yet. I'm still decluttering my room. It's still like an ongoing process. So I'm going to continue on doing that. And then later I'll see if I'll read anything. But yeah, like, it's literally looking so bad. It's literally looking so bad, and it's just like, I'm in so much pain. Yeah, so I haven't been in the best mood. This hasn't been the best vlog. I'm really sorry about that, but it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Hello friends, I have decided to make an executive decision, which is to end the vlog. I still haven't read any other book. I mean, I have been reading a book. We're going to talk about it. But you know what? I'm just done with this week, and I'm done with complaining on camera. You don't deserve that. I'm still not feeling my best, and I just don't want to drag this vlog any longer, make you sit through me having kind of a rough week and complaining and being in pain. And I am just kind of done with that negative headspace. So I am ending the vlog here. So just the final quick update on how I'm doing. I still kind of look like a Simpsons character, but I am feeling better. Today's the first day that I don't have like a lot of pain. I didn't need to take my medication for pain. So things are slightly looking up. Tomorrow it'll be 1 week since I got my wisdom teeth removed, and I'm finally starting to feel a little bit better. So it's been a long time coming, but I am finally feeling a little bit better. Emotionally, on the other hand, it's a story for another day. But I thought we could sit through and discuss the 2 books that I read for this vlog and for Spookoplathon. Firstly, I read Natural Beauty by Ling Huang, and I really enjoyed this book. I ended up giving like a 3.5, rounded up to a 4. I think it could have talked less about certain themes or not try to do so much with the small book that it is, but I did like what it did, and I had a really great time with it. I loved the writing, and I can't wait to see what other thing this author puts out. I know that she has a book coming out next year, which is really exciting, so I'll be sure to pick that up. And this was a good horror book. And then we have the dud of the vlog, which I really wasn't expecting, which is Chlorine by Jade Song. This was such a disappointment to me. This was a 2-star read. I didn't like barely anything. Again, I like the themes, I like the idea. I just didn't like the execution. The plot, the characters, the writing, nothing worked for me. And yeah, I feel really bad saying that because this is a debut novel, and I wish I could tell you. There's so many people out there who love this book, So I'm not trying to discourage you from reading it. I could be just like a, you know, I could be just take my opinion with a grain of salt, because you always should. Like, opinions are opinions. This is not fact. I didn't enjoy it. You might. But yeah, those are the 2 books that I started and finished during this vlog. And I have continued on with Assassin's Quest, His Monstrosity. I am currently on page 220, so I read about 50 pages since I've last updated you. I'm still going to continue on reading this book, just slowly taking my time with it. This is so amazing. This is already such a 5-star read for me. I love this author. I love this trilogy so much. So I'm having the best time reading this, and I'm so excited about that. I'm so happy about it. And yeah, this was kind of a rough week, but we're trying to get better. Okay, I'm trying to feel better. Also, we did have a really exciting haul. I'm looking at my copy of Emily Wilde's Map of the Other Land, and I'm just in love, obsessed. And we also had a really big book unhaul. So this video kind of had it all, except me feeling my best and a lot of me complaining on camera, which I'm really sorry about. With that being said, I hope that you did enjoy this video. I'm hoping I can still do like the final days of Spookoplathon, but there really are the final days of Spookoplathon, so I don't know if I'll be able to, but I had so much fun participating this year, and I'll be sure to participate again next year, even if I have to keep this board. And even if Becca doesn't host, I feel like I had a lot of fun with the board, so I might just save it for next year as well. And if you did enjoy this vlog, make sure to hit like and subscribe to my channel for more bookish content, and I'll see you in my next video. I hope you have a nice day, and always remember that life is worth reading.